So like
crazy experience. You didn't expect that to happen, and it happened, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. And like I was like sweating and like.
Did you feel ready? Like you feel like I can go play?
No,
out of shape, way too skinny.
Definitely not. Hey,
live action 1 Degree podcast. I'm Tyson. That's Kenny. We are back in the studio. The OGs, the originals. We're going right now for a little bit. No guests. We're having some banger guests come up though in the future.
Yeah.
But we want you guys to know us, get comfortable with us, because we're the ones that are going to be here every time. So, welcome in, Kenny. Welcome to the newest episode of the 1 Degree Off the Field podcast. How you feel?
I'm great. I'm really good. How are you?
Why are you wearing your Letterman jacket?
You know, dude, I saw Jason Kelce wearing his to the game last night, and it inspired me. So I was just like, I pulled it out.
You went and got it out of the closet and put it on. What do we got here?
We got
Delta League Varsity Football Champions 2005.
2005.
2002. Israel wasn't even born yet. Israel. 03. He was born in 03. You were freaking winning Delta League co-champs football.
Co-champs, all league, and this is my basketball side. All league.
What are you, Eagles? Golden Eagles?
No, Thundering Herd.
Thundering Herd. What is a Thundering Herd?
Pretty sick, bro.
What is a Thundering Herd?
It's a Thundering Herd of Elk Grove.
Elk.
Yeah.
Elk Grove.
Yeah, bro.
Thundering Herd. He's dying.
Can we talk about your school mascot?
I know. We get this all the time. What is a bullpup? I don't know.
The worst mascot I've ever heard.
How was that? How?
A bullpup?
What is a herd? A Thundering Herd of what?
Of elk.
It's Elk Grove. It's not like an elk.
That's our mascot.
It's a town.
Okay.
So it's a Thundering Herd of a town?
No, it's the Thundering Herd of an elk.
No, because Elk Grove is the town. It's not elk.
Like Marshall is Thundering.
But herd. A bullpup is just a pup of a bulldog. You just throw it together.
Because they got bullied out of their name back when Fresno State.
Well, no, like I think it's cute. You know, you got the Bulldogs, Fresno State. They're red, and then Hanford was
in
red.
Fresno. No,
but we are the second best football team in the Central Valley.
Now?
Actually, we weren't that good at football. We were really good at basketball and baseball. No, we were good at football. Better. I mean, we were good at everything.
Okay.
A lot better than Hanford West. Hanford West struggles. That's tough. That's a tough school.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk shit on Hanford West because, I don't want this to be the 1 Degree Hanford West bashing. Did you guys have a rival or another school that was not as good? You always whooped on them?
Yeah. In football for sure. But then it was kind of weird. Like our area, each school was good at one thing. So it was we were kind of we were the football baseball school. And then Sheldon was in Laguna.
But your school is really good at sports. You're one of the best sports.
Yeah.
But
our basketball sucked.
Football and baseball was really good?
Football and baseball was really good. I mean, football was decent and baseball was really good.
Nice.
And wrestling was pretty good for us too.
You played football freshman year or you played baseball freshman year?
Played baseball freshman year. Sat the bench, so then I played basketball.
That is a pretty good looking jacket though.
Yeah, it's
I do like that. You have a lot of patches.
Pretty loaded up.
Yeah, I have a lot on mine too. You played just football though your senior year?
I played football and basketball, yeah.
Yeah. I played baseball though too, so I just have those.
We couldn't my school. You couldn't play baseball.
I had because they were just stacked. Huh?
Yeah, there was I could have played, but if I wanted any playing time, I would have to play year round. And obviously, I'm going to play football.
I had every patch I could have in sports outside of water polo and stuff, but I didn't have the academic one that all the smart people had on the back. Yeah, see, I never got that because you had to have a 3.8 to be able to get that.
Ours was 3.67 that you had to get it.
Yeah, ours was something like that. I never got it.
I got it.
All the cool kids had it that were a part of the US ASB presidents and stuff. So I used to hang out with them and I didn't have it, so I felt
No, I
the
made
dumb
it
guy.
Because my junior year I was almost academically ineligible for football. It's a stupid story.
So you stayed after for a long time to get your grades back up?
No, so here's the story real quick. So you had to have a 2.5, right? To be eligible for football. And I didn't have a 2.5.
This is coach's rules? Because normally 2's 2.0 to be eligible,
it was
right?
coach's rules.
Oh, okay.
And then, it was 2.0. I don't remember what it was. Whatever it was. So I had all C's because it was the first semester, and I failed I didn't fail. I got C's for all my classes, and my one elective class, my student government class, because I was in student government, I had an F.
No.
Because I turned in
go.
the paper late, or I turned in one paper, like our daily like work log, and we had two of them.
The only assignment that you had to do.
The only two assignments that I had, I turned one in. I didn't turn one in, and so I had a 50% in the grade or in the class. So I had an F, and that just knocked my thing down, and my teacher wouldn't change it. So like, luckily my chemistry
teacher was probably a NARP, huh?
Big NARP. Luckily my chemistry teacher let me like take a test in advance, and then she post backed my grade. So I bumped it up to like a B or whatever, and I was fine.
So then you got to play.
Then I got to play.
So you
shout out Miss Webster.
Miss Webster letting Kenny Wiggins play football. Without her, you'd have never played in the NFL.
Nope.
Shout out.
Nope.
No, yeah, that's a cute jacket. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It was cool.
So you
the back's pretty sweet too.
what do you got on the back?
It's
What does
like
it say? Wig Daddy?
No, it's like a elk holding a basketball hoop in a football.
I don't want to see the running herd.
Yeah, bro.
That's bad. Looks like a cartoon.
Yeah, it was sick, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's cool. I mean, get out of the past one time. You know?
What?
I said get out of the past one time. You're still living in your high school glory days.
I know, right? Yeah, man. Back then,
It's when you were actually
times.
when you felt good playing sports.
When I could just like wake up and just like go run and play
Yeah.
basketball, I don't have to warm
The last
up for 45 minutes.
5 years. Sometimes you go to the field and you're like, how am I going to play today? And then all of a sudden you're just
100%.
like playing.
Yep. It hurts.
Speaking of going to the field, you went to an NFL football game for the first time as a NARP.
Yeah, man. It was weird.
How was that?
It was weird. It was like,
Did you have good
unexpected.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was all right. They took care
did you
of
go
us.
on the field and stuff, or
No.
you just went with your wife? Just have a
Yeah, I just went with the wife. I mean, it was kind of like a late planning thing. So I just hit up the Chargers, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we have a few extra tickets. How many do you need?" And I was like, "Just 2." And she's like, "Oh yeah, we got you." And then like they didn't have any like sideline passes or anything, but we got like the club level, like good seats. Like just wanted to go watch a few ex teams play. Like it was, I know a bunch of guys still on the teams.
what was it? Chargers and
Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, Chargers Lions. So it was cool. Lions pulled it out at the very end, which it was a good game. So
I feel like Lions are a better team. So
Lions are good. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you in the beginning. We were.
that was your Super Bowl pick.
It was my Super
What
Bowl.
was
pick.
mine? Niners and Bengals.
You said Bengals.
Still
you
couldn't
said,
happen.
You said the Niners. Yeah, the Bengals. No. Joe Burrow's out.
Yeah, they're done. Niners are for sure probably gonna be the Super Bowl. It'll probably be. I don't know. Who do you think is gonna make it in the AFC? Because the Chiefs aren't looking too hot. They got beat. They got beat last night.
Yeah, but that
By
was
the
a good
Eagles.
game. You can never count them out though.
No,
They'll win the West for sure. So they'll have a good seat at least.
What are you doing? That's mine, dude. I just bought it. Flip it vertical. I don't want that landscape. Jeez. Flip it to portrait. Yeah. Damn, man, this guy.
Just let him do his thing. This is
just
what he's
kidding.
here for.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But it was weird. The game was weird.
because you were saying that you.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah. So like we got there, like a great experience, like great, like really nice to have like a day with just my wife, like to go down and just go to the game and just hang out with her for a little bit. But like I wanted to get there early because I wanted to see like warm ups and stuff like that and the intros, because that was always like one of my favorite parts, like when I was playing. But yeah, man, I was sitting there and like I was starting to get like super anxious and like sweaty, and like my heart was like beating fast. Like I guess like being in the building at that time, like I was still getting like juiced up, like wanting to play, and I wasn't expecting it at all. I was like kind of like, it was weird to kind of sit there and be like a spectator now, when that was like my life for so long. Like I go to Fresno State games, but I've been so far removed from that it's not a big deal. But now that I'm like just fresh out of the
It was
NFL,
the first time that you had been to an NFL stadium not playing.
yeah, or an NFL game without playing since I was in high school.
Yeah.
So like
Crazy experience. You didn't expect that to happen.
Didn't
and it
expect
happened,
it.
and you're like, what's going on?
yeah, for sure. And like I was like sweating and like,
Did you feel ready? Like you feel like I can go play?
no,
Out of shape.
definitely,
Way too skinny.
definitely not. But yeah, it was weird. But then like during the like sitting there watching the game, and like me and my wife got up, walked around, like got some food, and
Yeah.
like started like just like
Just
enjoying
like got to
ourselves,
enjoy
you know?
it. So
yeah,
you're like, this is what people were doing when I was playing.
exactly.
Yeah, it's a weird
Because
thing.
I always looked at it like when my parents or family would come to like a game and watch me play, that's like their vacation.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how they like spend their time, like their free time, like
And they
and that's
enjoy
my
it.
job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never looked at it as like, oh, this is like a fun experience for me, because
That's always a tough thing as the player, because people come in and they're trying to have fun and they want to be entertained, and you feel like you have to entertain them, but you don't want to, and you have a lot of stuff to do. It's like you guys have to practice and prepare every day. I would have to go to the field. I would leave them. I would want to stay, but it's like I got to go. It's like a very weird
half the time
thing to where half of the people are trying to have fun and they're enjoying it. They're on vacation going to games, and then we're like serious locked in. It's like I don't want to go party with you. I have to go to a game.
Yeah, luckily like a lot of my family and stuff and like friends were like super understanding. So
Oh yeah, they understand, but I mean for you, you're practicing during the week, so you're preparing. Us, it's like I would just go to the field every day, and I would rather stay back with them.
yeah,
Like get to like they're going here or going
to eat
there
and going to
before.
stay,
Like
yeah.
I'm leaving to the field at 1:00 for a 7:00 game, and they're enjoying themselves before they go to the game.
Yep.
And then, so after the game would be fun, but yeah, it's always weird from the fan and player side. It's two separate worlds
Yeah.
at the game.
and sitting in the stands and like listening to all the people like talk is just like, get me out of here. it was I mean, I get it, like they're paying like good money to go to these games and sit in these nice seats and watch the game, and they got to have fun too, but they have no idea what they're talking about.
They're just there to be entertained.
Yeah, they're there to be entertained, and like
They want you to score a touchdown every time.
Yep.
They want the defense to stop them and not let them get a first down every play.
yep.
And at the end, if you win, they're going to be happy, but they're going to give their opinions throughout the game.
It was yeah, it's rough sitting there and listening to people, because it's like they have no idea what's
You know what's going on,
Yeah,
and you know why they ran a certain play. You're
Yep.
like, ooh, that's going to set up later. You can kind of see it, and they're like, why did you run the ball? That was so
Yeah.
stupid. This coach needs to be fired.
yeah, exactly. And you're just like, oh my gosh,
Oh, my gosh.
throw the ball to Keenan, like he's wide open. He's like
My
triple
da-
covered, like
My dad is my favorite when he watches games, and his favorite team is whoever's playing the Cowboys that week, and he roots for them. And if they don't do good, he gets mad at them. And his favorite thing is, "Oh, you idiot! What are you doing? Oh, this guy's an idiot. What is he doing?" Because he
Dad
just
rocks
all he wants to do is wants the Cowboys to lose.
yeah, your dad rocks the Mayweather hat all the time. I love it. I love
he's a
it.
G. He rocks
Yeah,
it.
man.
So crazy experience for you, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely not expected. Like I thought I would just go there like a normal game and just hang out and
Yeah.
watch it, but I was just like I'm in the wrong place. I'm like supposed to be on the field.
Yeah, it's completely different. Because
Yeah.
I had been to tons of games through the minor leagues. Like, it's cool to go to the big league game. Like,
Yeah.
we would do it all the time. Because we're in the minor leagues. We don't have that. I guess there's so many baseball teams throughout the United States that it's easy for a professional baseball player to go watch another game.
Yeah.
Football,
It's not-
there's only 32 teams in the
Yeah.
whole United States. That's it.
There's only 14.
There's, like, indoor-
14 games a year or 14 games a week.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it's really what it is.
There's arena football, Canada, but that's not here. And then there's the
The USFL,
lingerie football too.
USFL and XFL now though.
Yeah, but XFL is
Yeah,
kind
they
of
got those.
yeah. So XFL players can go watch NFL games. I
Mhm.
guess that would be, but it's different because an NFL player can't go watch another NFL game.
No.
You're just not going to do it.
No. And I always watching other sporting events too. I never did it much growing up just because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But like I love going even now watching like when we went to Oakland and saw Tony play, like that was so much fun. Like I had a blast. And like I went and saw Quincy play one time in SAC, like especially people that I know now, like playing like professionally. Dude, I think it's so cool just having the connections that we do now that we didn't have when we were little, but now getting to like live like our dreams of like meeting MLB players and NBA players and NFL players, and just kind of
It's crazy. And sometimes I have to catch myself and like, stand back and realize like that little kid growing up, because I never went to a sporting event either. I remember the first NBA game I ever watched was I was in the minor leagues, and a couple of the dudes took me to watch the Cavs and Magics when Magic, not Magics. And LeBron was playing. I was probably like 24, 25, my first NBA game. My friend's dad took me to a 49er game when I was a kid. I was probably like 12 years old. And then one of my travel baseball teams, we went and watched the Oakland A's. The whole team, we went and watched a game. That was the only sporting events that I went to as a kid.
Yeah, I probably went to less than 10.
Yeah, and then now we just go to whatever we want, whenever we want. Like, Jose's fighting. Oh, we'll go watch the game in the suite.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to go watch, Tony's game, or you want to go watch this game? Oh, we'll get tickets. You want to go on the field? Or you'll be like, oh, yeah, let's, Danny Amendola will go play.
Yep.
Devontae Adams. Like, you have all these connections. I have some sort of connections, but it's just like sometimes I'll like sit back and I'm like, dang. Like, as a kid, I never got to go to sporting events. All I wanted to do was be a professional athlete. And now I can go to a game whenever I want, wherever I want, type of thing.
Yeah. So let's talk about like how that kind of mindset switched from being like that, like person of wanting to be that to, okay, now I am, right? Like, how did that, like, do you remember like a point in time where it's like, oh, I could do this? Like, I can be a pro athlete. Because I remember mine. Like it was kind of weird. Like, I was junior in high school, and I had kind of grown into my body a little bit and kind of gotten a little bit more athletic and playing basketball and doing all that stuff. And then my coach sat me down and was like, you can really do this if you want to. Like, you can really play football at the next level. And then wherever that goes from there, I was like, oh shit. Like, I might need to take this serious. Was there any point like that for you? Like, when you had to like realize that you could do it?
I don't know if there was like a specific moment like that. That was all I wanted to do. And that was all that I thought that I could do. Even now, like transitioning into, business afterwards and, like real estate and all that stuff. It's difficult because the only thing that I've thought about my entire life was being a professional athlete. That's like what I wanted to do. I just didn't know what sport.
Exactly. I was just going to say, like, you played all three in high school. So
exactly. So
what made you choose baseball?
Because I was the best at it.
Yeah.
Basically, like football and basketball in high school, as you know, are so much fun.
Yeah.
Friday night lights, playing football, high school basketball is so much fun. Like when you come out with your song and you get to run around and all like the pregame hype was so much fun. Baseball's not that fun.
Yeah.
But like I was really good at it, and I always liked baseball as a kid, and like I had a pretty good arm. And I think probably when I remember being in Little League, and my mom, they would always ask her, oh, like your son plays all these sports, like what's his favorite, or what do you think? And then she would always be like, I like baseball, like he's the best at baseball. So since I was in Little League, I kind of had it in my head that I was better at baseball. But like, football, I was, first team all league quarterback. I had offers to play quarterback. Basketball as a kid was my favorite sport by far. I was always the best player on the team. Coming up through high school, I loved it. I never thought I could play in the NBA. I kind of understood that. Baseball, I knew that I had a chance to play because when I was a sophomore, I think I was throwing like almost 90 miles an hour, and everybody's was like, oh, you can go to college and doing this. And that's when I kind of realized that baseball was the route that I can take. And I started to realize that I had a chance, but I didn't like focus on it. Like most kids nowadays, they'll, freshman, sophomore, somebody tells them that they're really good. I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to do everything I can to focus on baseball. I didn't.
Yeah.
I played football all summer. I played basketball during the summer. The fall, I played football. Basketball was during the winter, and I would show up half halfway through the season to play baseball, because we would always go really far in the playoffs in basketball. My senior year, I didn't show up till league started. I only played like 14 games my senior year of high school.
Do you think that hurt you?
Probably, yeah, because I didn't go to very many like camps and scout. Like I went to one, so I got invited to go like an area codes camp. One of my friend's dads took me, and I caught some eyes there, and then got invited to the area codes game and kind of blew up. And that's where like a lot of the scouts, started to like recruit me, but my grades weren't very good, and I ended up
just two dumb athletes over here.
I know. My thing was, man, like if I like applied myself type of a thing, I would do it. But school just like wasn't for me, and like I don't think that it is for a lot of people. Like I learned by doing. I learned by being outside. I learned by trying something, failing, and be like, well, if I would have done it this way, I probably would have.
Yep. I
would have won. Instead of being at school, you failed, you suck, you're dumb. So I'm like, okay. So that's why kind of baseball happened for me. And I mean, it was a blessing. Obviously, it led to a lot of opportunities, but it wasn't my favorite sport growing up.
Yeah, I mean, basketball is my favorite sport as well. Like, but growing up, I didn't even play basketball or football. I played only baseball.
Yeah, because you didn't play till high school, right?
Yeah, I didn't play football till high school.
Because of the weight limit.
Yep, because I was too fat. Yes. So like,
don't laugh, Iggy. Izzy, that's not funny.
He's talking about being fat. Sheesh. No, but dude, it was. I loved baseball when I was growing up. I thought I was.
I love playing baseball, but I think that when I realized that I was going to be a pitcher, and then playing it like pitching and playing baseball was completely different. I loved playing baseball. I loved playing all the infield, outfield, hitting, all that stuff. And I was kind of recruited to play, like two ways. And then I went to City. I think in my mind, I thought the only way I can get to the big leagues or to get drafted or become a pro baseball player is by pitching.
Did you have offers to play baseball anywhere?
I had a few offers to like walk on.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play very much baseball. So it was kind of a weird thing. I had more offers to play football that I didn't even really entertain because I knew that I was going to play baseball. And I had offers from a bunch of schools like showing interest, and they're saying, oh yeah, like we're going to offer you, we want you to play with us like when I was a sophomore and junior. And I was playing other sports. And then my senior year, I didn't really play. And I was like, well, I got to find some place to play. And the whole time I was wanting to go to Fresno State because Batesville had come and watched me and another player when I was a junior. And he was like, oh yeah, you're going to come to Fresno State. And I was like, I want to go somewhere else just because like Fresno State.
Yeah.
And then when it happened, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like I want to go to Fresno State. And this is when they had won the national championship and all this stuff. So I was going, I had a spot, but baseball is, they only have 11 scholarships throughout the entire team. So I have to figure out how to split them up. And they were doing really good that year. And a lot of those players that they thought were going to leave were going to come back. And there just wasn't very much money. So I was going to be like a recruited walk-on type thing. But they're like, you will earn, a scholarship. This is just how baseball is.
Yeah.
And then when I was going to get all my classes and start applying and everything, I actually wasn't even eligible for NCAA because my science class didn't count because it was ag science, and it doesn't count as a state school. Like universities accepted or something, but the other like state schools didn't accept it. So it's kind of like a weird thing that happened. So I was like, oh no, like it was a weird time for me.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go, but then I didn't. And then I literally called Coach Scott 2 weeks before school started at Fresno City. And I was like, hey, all this fell through. Can I come to Fresno City? And he's like, yeah, of course. I'll meet you. Get your classes on Monday. I was like, all right. And he met me there with the counselor. They set me up with the classes, and
that's dope.
The rest is history.
That's dope. I mean, that's good to have like options that you can like call, right? Like, to be like, hey, this fell through. Here's plan B, and them accept you right away.
Yeah, that was. I mean, like I'm so thankful for that. I mean, every junior college around here would have accepted
Yeah.
me. They all wanted me to go. They would come and talk and be like, hey, like we know you're going, because I was either going to go to Cal Poly or Fresno State. I went on a visit to Cal Poly, and I loved
get
it.
into our visits. Did you have a fun visit?
I went on a bunch of visits from City College. I went on 5 visits in 5 straight weeks. First time I've ever been on a plane was on my first official visit. I flew to North Carolina. That's the first time I've ever been on a plane.
To UNC?
No, North Carolina State.
Oh, okay. I mean, that'd be sick too.
Yeah, it was sick. That was a really cool experience.
Oh, dude, visits were the best.
Yeah.
I only took one at Fresno, but
My
that could be another episode.
and my USC visit was sick.
I bet.
Let's just say that USC knows how to pay people.
I bet.
You know, because that's where I signed out of Fresno City before I got drafted.
So you went to Fresno City for how many years?
I actually went to Fresno City for 3 years.
3 years.
Because I got hurt my freshman year and ended up having surgery and missed my whole second year.
And then, so after your third year, you signed to SC and then got drafted.
Yep.
And then you said.
But the plan was, like, once I had surgery and they told me that I wasn't going to play the next year, then I was like, well, my focus is that I'm going to get drafted. I'm going to sign. I was never going to school because this was my third year of college. Now I was technically draft eligible if I would have went to a 4-year school.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to school.
Yeah.
Like, school wasn't for me. I never wanted to go to school. I just wanted to play sports.
That's cool to say that you were going to go to SC.
I was, yeah. And I signed there because it was the most expensive school to go to. It's $55,000 to go there for 1 year. And I think again, like, baseball doesn't give very many scholarships, but my scholarship, they were going to cover like 45,000 or 48,000 of it.
Really?
So it was really good. They said that was the biggest scholarship that they were giving out, which is pretty cool. But I had a crazy fall. Like, so after having surgery, I had shoulder surgery, missed the entire year. I couldn't pitch my second year. So I played my first year, almost got drafted. I had a bunch of schools that were wanting me to leave, but I couldn't leave because I had to stay there for 2 years. I couldn't do the one and done thing because I was ineligible.
Gotcha.
So I had to go 2 years at Fresno City. So all the schools were like, we would want you right now, but you can't get to stay another year, so we'll wait how it goes next year. And then when all the like scouts and everything found out that my shoulder was all messed up and I had to have surgery, then I didn't get drafted from that point. So then I missed the whole year. And then when I came back in the fall, my first bullpen, I was throwing like 88 off the mound, my first bullpen. And then Scott's like, dude, you're back. I'm going to send you to the Fall League All-Star game that they have. It's like all the junior colleges. They go down to Sac State, and it's kind of like a little showcase thing. Yeah. And I went, and I was just 92, 94, throwing hammers. I think I struck out like every batter that I faced, and then my phone never stopped ringing for the next 6 months. And it was kind of, I mean, I guess a blessing now when I look back at it 15 years later, but at the time that ruined me because I got all this. Yeah, my head got big. I'm going to be drafted.
I can only imagine how big your head got. I can only imagine, bro.
Shoot, probably the most humble guy I've ever met.
Couldn't tell this guy nothing. Probably he'd be like, he just walk up to a room, and be like, yeah, I throw 94.
It was. I mean,
oh, you see this phone call? It's the Yankees.
Honestly, yeah. I
know.
That's like kind of how every 20-year-old kid is, right? Everybody thinks that they're hot shit. And it hurt me because I thought that I already had it made. Like, I was supposed to be drafted in the second or third round. Like I went on. So after that, I went on 5 visits in 5 straight weeks after that. And I had like tons of schools calling and offering me, but the first schools already booked me up. Like Miami tried to get me to go for a visit. I couldn't go on a visit because I was already going to North Carolina, and they offered me a scholarship without even like seeing the school and everything. They're like, we want you to come, but we can't. You already have your 5 booked up. You're only allowed 5. All this. Old Miss, same thing. Pretty much every school. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and then I went on a visit to Long Beach State. Oral Roberts, they locked me up pretty soon too, so I couldn't say no to that. And then USC was my last official visit. So like, yeah, I thought that I was better than everybody else at the time. Like I hope that I didn't act like that. I hope that I wasn't like a dick. But that's kind of like how it was. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But that was probably the worst thing that could happen to me at that time because I stopped trying.
Oh.
I literally stopped trying. Like when the season started, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna be the man. And my first game was awesome, and then I didn't really do too well, and I was like, whatever, like I'm gonna get drafted anyways. I'm leaving, and I just didn't put the work in that I was supposed to. I didn't have like that hunger mindset. I didn't have the mindset. Like I still had a really good year. I had like a 2 ERA. I was all-star, whatever it is, but I didn't do the things that I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. Like if I would have continued to do what I did in the fall from that game and did the same thing to the season, I probably would have been like second or third round pick. But I didn't. I fell later, which, a lot of junior college players do because the draft's different. They take draft's different now than it used to be. They would take all like the big time school guys, seniors and juniors, and then they would take the high school guys and the junior college guys later, but they would pay them more. So I got like second, third round signing bonus money, but I didn't get drafted until the 17th round because it was like you were kind of like under the radar type of a guy.
So when you get drafted,
there's only like 20 something now. There used to be 50.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah,
you can't even find that many players. I feel like.
But yeah, man, that's kind of.
Jeez.
See, I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up now. All right.
So
what else you want?
Where were we? We were at you.
Yeah, I thought I was a big shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
so then you get drafted.
And that moment that I never had the moment how you were saying.
Yeah.
I just knew that it always had. But I think when the first like college coach or anything talked to me, then I went to the area codes camp as a sophomore in high school, and they all talked to me afterwards and invited me and said all this and boom, boom, once you come to the games and you're gonna be this, and then that's when it was like,
gotcha.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. But I didn't drop everything. I still played football, basketball, and baseball. I loved that.
That was one thing about Coach Hill that I really loved because he offered me the summer before my senior year, and he was like, play as much sports as you want, like play basketball, play AAU, play all this, like do all this stuff. Like I want that's what makes you, and that's what makes you a good athlete. So
I love it.
So I was like, hell yeah.
Pat knows what he's doing.
Pat knows exactly what he's doing.
Pat knows what he's doing. And one thing, if you're a father and you have a son, or you're a high school player or whatever it is, or a young kid, I know there's kids that listen to this. Play every sport possible.
Do everything.
Like I understand if you go to Clovis schools, it's hard to do that. There's a lot of pressure on players, on coaches to make sure you only play one sport and you focus to make sure that that's a winning team. But if you have the opportunity to play multiple sports and you can, do it. Because let me tell you something. Out of the hundreds of people that I played with professional baseball, I would say maybe 5% of them actually focused on baseball in high school and thought that they were going to be like a professional a professional baseball player.
There was a crazy stat out there, one of the Super Bowls, where it was everybody on the Super Bowl rosters, both teams, only one person only played football in high school.
Yeah.
Everybody else ran track, played basketball, baseball, football, whatever.
That's a big correlation. Sports. Track and football.
Yeah.
You see that basketball and football.
Even baseball too, like with quarterbacks and stuff.
Oh,
you
man.
see like the Russell Wilson and
baseball.
Pat, like they all get like drafted and all that kind of stuff too.
And that's the thing is you and I are big proponents of playing multiple sports. We're big proponents of getting kids involved. Like if I can map out exactly what I wanted my kids to do, which I'm not one of those parents, but you're gonna play this. Like if you want to play, you're gonna play. You're gonna play sports because I believe that that's very important.
No doubt.
For life in general, you're gonna learn more from sports than you are in school. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Yep.
Best thing you can do is get them involved in some sort of gymnastics, whether it's ninja, parkour type stuff. You got your son in there right now.
You should have seen him today. He was jumping off the trampoline, doing a 360, and then straight into a somersault. Like that
Do
body
it.
control is like it's gonna help him so much.
Get your young kids involved in some sort of gymnastics. It doesn't have to be gymnastics like the old girls stuff. Like some sort of flipping, getting the fear of everything out, and just be as athletic as possible. Some of the best athletes in the world are gymnasts. Get them involved in that. You can call it ninja school. Like you go to ninja school, parkour, whatever it is. Do that. Then play every sport under the sun. If your kid wants to play, let him play. Sign him up. I don't care if he only plays one season. Play every single sport. And then let them pick their sport. When they get to high school, if they want to play two or they want to play one, then let them pick. But don't think that your 10-year-old or 11-year-old is going to make it to the big leagues if he just works hard.
No.
We understand. Nothing's impossible. You work your butt off. You will get there. But there are people that are just naturally better than you. And I know it sucks.
Yeah.
But there are people that have.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, me too. No, but it sucks because you can work your butt off and you're not going to be as good as somebody who doesn't have to try just because they're bigger, faster, and stronger than you.
Yep.
And if you focus on one sport and you don't make it, you might not know what's going to happen like in your life for the future.
That's what I tell all these like parents that like contact me to do O-line training that are like super young kids that are like 5th grade, 4th grade. I'm like, relax. Like you don't need to send your kid to work out with me. Like go to the gym, do plyometrics, do boxes, make them a better athlete because that's going to translate over to football, over to basketball, over to baseball or whatever it is they're going to do way more than taking a 6-inch step with your right foot like O-line drills do. Like,
yeah, I can see them getting it like, maybe like one lesson to get like the foundation right.
For sure.
Okay, you want to do this. This is how you block, but go be an athlete.
Just go be an athlete.
You can do it wrong, and
level.
like if you're an athlete, you're going to be better than somebody else that's doing it right.
That's exactly what I tell them. It's just, I would say focus on like, there's a few guys in the NFL. David Bakhtiari, he's the left tackle for the Packers. One of the best, highest paid, one of the best guys in the league. He says he doesn't do one O-line drill all off season.
Just being an athlete.
He just goes and he trains.
Footwork, athleticism.
Not even really footwork, just like explosive box jumps and putting his body in weird positions and being explosive out of it. He's like, because I've taken 1,000 pass reps.
Yeah.
Like I've taken 1,000 pass sets. I don't need to do that. I want to be a better athlete. So when the time comes for me to perform these things, training camp, OTAs, all that kind of stuff, I'm already a really, really good athlete, and all I have to do is fine-tune the technique. Yeah. And I'm just like, dude, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Instead of just take rep after rep after rep, like doing the same stuff over and over again, like make yourself a better athlete.
And at the same time, like everybody's different. You got to find what's going to bring the best out in you, which when you're a professional athlete, you know what you're good at. You know how to get better. Some it takes a little bit longer to figure it out. But once you're there, you know what works, and then you can kind of tweak it around a little bit.
For sure.
But if you want to play at the highest level, you have to be an athlete. That's all there is to it. You have to be big, strong, fast. You have to be able to throw a ball really far, really hard. You just have to have something about you.
Yep.
Like there's no 5'5", little Mexican dude that's gonna play in the NBA. I'm sorry.
No.
I think that's where the argument with Quincy, we're talking about what's harder. Basketball is not hard to play.
No. But
to play at the NBA level, you can be one of the best basketball players in the world. If you are not 6'5", you're not gonna have a chance.
Yeah.
And like the NBA, those guys are so good. Have you seen that documentary on J.R. Smith with his golf?
No.
It's pretty
What's
good.
It on? Netflix?
Prime, I think.
Prime? I'll definitely watch it.
Really good. But he was pretty good player in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
6-man award,
Great
shot
player.
the three, but he wasn't an elite guy.
A dog. Yeah, he wasn't like the top guys.
Came off the bench, had a few good years. He played 16 years in the NBA. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right? He went to China for a year, averaged like 40.
Oh, yeah.
And he said it was so easy to play. Like he did whatever he want, whenever he want. I think he averaged 38 points, 34 or 38 points. No, I'm serious. But that just shows like how good those guys. And then you were talking about, I think Quincy said the same thing. He's like, he can go to any rec game, college game, D League, overseas, whatever, and be the best player on the court without even trying.
Yep.
And then in the NBA, he's just a defensive guy that's gonna play and know his role. Very
Spot up
smart.
and hit some jumpers.
Yes, average whatever he's gonna average. Just be the player that he needs to be for the team.
Yep.
Right, and it just thinks that, like, when you think how good of an athlete those guys are, how big they are.
Yep.
Like, look at Wemby. The dude is 8 foot tall. He looks like a beanpole out there.
8 foot tall.
The funniest thing is watching him dunk.
Dude.
Did you see him dunk the other day? He jumped from almost a free throw line and had to, like, dunk it down.
Yeah.
He didn't even lift up.
Dude.
He went down. It's crazy.
There's the video, like, it was like before the season even started, and there's like they like still shotted him like reaching the ball like into the hoop.
Yeah.
And they screenshotted it next to Jordan in Space Jam, how he's like stretched out, and it looks so similar. I was like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Crazy. Yeah, sports hurt.
But he's a freak for sure. Genetic lottery. That's what Quincy said.
Yeah.
You gotta win the genetic lottery.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it. That's like me. I talk about this a lot now because I didn't know how blessed I was until now, or I guess like the last few years of playing. Just like the gifts that I got that my parents gave me, like I feel like they did an amazing job, raising me, my sister, with what they had, all that stuff. Like, I'm so thankful for that. But then, like, the talents that they gave me, it's like I'm just lucky to be good at most things that I do. There's things that are very hard for me. Reading, writing, arithmetic, the 3 R's, let me tell you, those are tough.
3 R's.
School was tough. There's things that, like, I struggle with. Sports or anything physical, easy, gifted. Like, I can rope, I can play football, basketball, baseball, golf. Like, I can do anything like that, and it's not because I'm just like something special. Like, my parents gave me those gifts. My dad is the guy that's good at everything.
Yeah.
Ping pong, he'll whoop you. Golf, never played in his life, go shoot like a 90. It's like, that's just like how he is. You like water ski, just whatever. You like freaking wakeboard, he's trying to do backflips and shit. I'm like, it's like crazy. So I saw that as a kid, and I knew that you're just supposed to do it.
Yep.
And then I have the gifts that he gave me, and then I just do it. So it's type of thing, and it's like when you, and like I know you struggle with this too. It's like trying to teach people to do something, and then they really can't do it, and it's hard for you. It's hard for me to figure out how to get them to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why can't you do it?
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah, for sure. That is a very big struggle for me, where it's just like my mind tells me to do something, I'm just going to do it. Like, whether it's physical or mental, like
I can tell you what I think about and like what you should do, and if that doesn't work, I ain't got nothing else for you.
Nope.
Like, if you want to throw this low and away fastball down, you got to do this. You got to do this. Now, most of the time, college professional athletes, they'll be able to get it for sure. But past that point, if you don't get it, I don't have very many other ways to be able to teach it to you.
I don't know any other way to tell you how to step with your right foot 6 inches.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, buddy, take this foot and put it on this piece of paper or this line or whatever it is. And he still steps with his left foot. I'm like, what are we doing? And that's why I can't do like the little kid.
That kid might not play in NFL.
Right? Like, come on. Yeah. He's like, save your money, mom.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, I'm about it though. If the parents want to get them involved and they want to pay for lessons or do it, like, get them out there. Especially like if you can afford it and you didn't play at a level where you feel like you can teach your kid, go get them the best help that they can.
For sure. Yeah. You'll definitely be teaching my boys how to throw a baseball.
I won't be teaching them. I'm going to show them. They'll be like, if you can't do it, they'll figure it out quick.
They'll be able to do it.
You know what I mean? That's how I learned to play golf.
Max can be a catcher for sure.
he's gonna be back there. Hey, is that your sister out in right field, naked?
little spark plug.
Play ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Pulling his thing down. That's funny.
Well, they're probably watching Sandlot downstairs. That's one of Case's favorites right now.
All right, what else you want to know?
I was gonna say something, but we did that.
Say it.
So I couldn't say it. No.
Go ahead.
I can't get out of my head now. What are you? No, but yeah, man.
Bryson DeChambeau is gonna be a guest for that one.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Sneaky,
one for
we can get him.
sure. For sure. I'm
But I don't think he would. I don't think he does that. I don't know because he went on the Full Send podcast. But that's
Yeah,
one of
you
the
gotta
best
get out of here,
podcasts
though,
in
right?
the world. No, I got time. I got 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't care anything else about you. So we just had to do a Tyson episode because he was so like.
And it still wasn't even about me. I wasn't butthurt. I don't care. Butthurt. I don't want this to be about me. I just want to sit back and ask the questions and talking bullshit.
You throw those like sneaky jabs in there. There's some truth behind it.
No, it's just that. It's just easy to just say that it's the Wiggins show.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it.
It's actually
I love
not.
this. That's why I love basketball so much growing up because I was in the spotlight. Football, I was just a fat old lineman. I cared about. You know, like
What are you laughing about, Izzy?
basketball. I'm out there dropping 30, and all the girls want to be like, "Yeah, Danny."
Basketball was my favorite sport growing up.
Gosh, dude.
Running out to bring them out, and then we're running and throwing them off the glass, and then you go. Remember, you couldn't dunk in pregame, so you would be hyped, but you would pull it up. Oh, I didn't do it, rep.
Nope, I didn't touch the rim. Didn't touch the rim.
Shit, I'd
Ours
be up
was,
there.
Our band would come and they would play "Jump on It."
Oh,
Jump on it.
You know what
Jump on it. Sick,
what does LSU do? Dun, 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 dun.
Interesting.
We might have to edit this out. No, if it suck this tiger dick, bitch.
Oh.
That thing.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. That shit's sick.
Dude,
I
we
like
had
that.
some.
That's
We
badass.
had our high school like friend group.
Yeah.
They would like all dress up and like go crazy in the stands at high school. They called themselves like the Bleacher Creatures.
Yeah.
So like they would all.
Yeah, that's what.
It was, dude. It was a lot of fun.
So we had like in the like storage room there was these old uniforms that they wear in like the 80s.
Yep.
They found them. They were tiny little short
Yep.
shorts, and then all of like the I don't know ASB kids or whatever they would put
Our
on this
baseball team
uniform,
would wear it and
paint
stuff.
their
Yep,
face,
yep.
and they would run around and they would act like they were doing the pre-games on the like the little student section, and they would like cheer and stuff. It was so funny.
See, we would like run and we would jump into the stands and crowd surf, and they'd throw us back onto the court like for like warm-ups and stuff.
Damn,
It was sick, dude. It was sick.
the running herd,
Thundering Herd.
thundering herd. It's just I just can't get.
Elk
get it.
Grove Thundering Herd. It's kind of swaggy.
It's
though.
just a town running at you.
Where are you from?
Yeah,
Mexico?
what's Kerman's mascot?
What's Kerman's mascot?
Lions.
Oh, real original.
Lions are better than the thundering herd.
Dude, how many Thundering Herds do you know? None.
I mean every
Two.
town can be a thundering
Two.
herd.
2. I'm saying like as a mascot.
How many bullpups do you know?
Who I did.
Suck it.
So that is-
All right, let's go. 5 quarterbacks.
Ooh, I have one for you.
Okay, we'll
This
do
is-
it after me.
All right.
Okay. Top 5 quarterbacks.
All right.
You the same exact thing as last week, but I'm gonna mix them up.
Okay.
I'm gonna mix them up
okay,
for you. Okay. First one, Zach Wilson.
5.
Okay. Rex Grossman.
Ooh. Took him to a Super Bowl. 4.
Okay. Very nice. Jamarcus Russell.
Ooh. You give me all the shitty ones, huh? Then we've got to go 3.
Yeah.
Got to.
Let's see. Who's another shitty one? I only had those 3. All right, go ahead. Do yours.
All right, so 5 baseball players, right?
I don't know baseball players very well.
Not active. Could be all time.
Okay.
Okay, 5 baseball players, 1 outfielder,
Okay.
1 infielder,
Okay.
pitcher, catcher, hitter. And I'm gonna give you teams, and you get to select. So you can pick one of those.
I
5.
might not even know what team they played for. Okay, go.
You could have
Okay. So you got to keep track of outfield, infield, pitcher, catcher, hitter, so that
got it. We
check
got it.
mark.
We
Okay,
got
go. Okay, go.
The Cincinnati Reds.
King
All
Griffey
time.
Jr. King Griffey Jr. outfield.
All right. Seattle Mariners.
Alex Rodriguez infield.
Okay. All right. Let's go. San Francisco Giants.
Buster Posey catcher.
Okay. Let's go New York Yankees.
Roger. Nope.
Ooh.
Mariano Rivera, pitcher.
Ooh. You
Crush
went
this.
closer. You went closer.
Crush this.
Let's do. So you have the hitter now, right?
You have to have this pre-planned. You can't just
I know.
pull a team out of your ass.
No,
now.
I have.
San Diego Padres. Go ahead and say it.
No, I was gonna say Brewers.
I don't even know any players that played for the Brewers. Ooh. What's the third baseman's name?
Now,
Yeah. Or maybe he was.
Rowdy Tellez.
No. He used to be with the Brewers. Now
Elk
he's
Grove guy.
now he's with Miami Marlins, I think. Brewers. Who's a good Brewers player?
Yeah, that was my curveball at the end.
Oh, I got you. Mr. 3000. Bernie Mac from the movie. He was on the Brewers. What was his name? Whatever his name was from the movie,
that's
Mr.
funny.
3000,
That's
Bernie
funny.
Mac.
That's funny.
That's it right
That's
there.
a good one. That's a good. That's
freaking
fun, right?
crushed that until you said Brewers. I ain't know nobody on the
Yep,
Brewers.
that was.
Should have said Padres, Tony Gwynn.
I know.
That would have been a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I would have won. I would have won that.
See, I think I might have, because in my mind I was gonna go. I loved Barry Larkin as an infielder with the Reds.
Oh,
So that would
Ken
have been
Griffey
mine.
Jr.
And then I would have went Seattle, and I would have went
Griffey.
in the outfield.
My lineup's way better than yours.
And
That's
then
it for today.
I was gonna go Posey for catcher. I was gonna go Clemens pitcher, and then you went Mariano.
Mariano
which is
Rivera, I mean,
great.
the best closer in the game. Like,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have to start the game; he's closing the game. So, I mean, it's easy. Appreciate you listening. Like, share, subscribe. When you go onto Apple Podcasts, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Go and give us 5 stars. Give us a review. Say that you love it. Talk shit about Wiggins. Say that you love the podcast, though. Follow us on Instagram.
Give me the hate.
1 degree off the field. All that good stuff. We appreciate you listening. Until next time. Izzy, hit me with that theme music.